Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today we're going to be having a look at the Tiger tank. So is this the second build? Third build? I honestly can't remember. But I just thought I'd done enough more extra bits to warrant up there. A few extra bits to warrant a quick show and tell. Still a fair bit to go on it yet. I've still got the turret to make, which will be hopefully happening in the next couple of nights. I've just been doing the main gun. I can't remember if it's actually the coaxial machine gun I'm building up on that as well. It probably is it's in the same sequence, but I'm not 100% sure. What was I going to say? Yeah, so I've got the main gun I've built up. Still a couple of parts on that yet because it's got to fit into the turret, and the turret's not started yet. So that's the metal gun barrel on that. It does come with a plastic one, as most of these kits do, but you have got the luxury in this of the metal gun barrel if you want. And I don't see why why unless you're going to practice on the plastic one. The metal one isn't a problem. It's obviously has got no seams to deal with. You do have to. Obviously, you're putting a plastic breech on one end. The breech, I take it, whether they're thinking, you can see into the turret if you have an open hatch. I'm not too sure. I'd imagine that's the reason, because you don't get anything else in it. Some of the mini art kits, well, all the mini art kits, I believe, they'll put like a turret around the sides, so that you'll see rounds for the main armament, all that type of stuff. We don't get that with this, and again, for the price, it's I'm not complaining. But you build up the breech again, without reverting back to the instructions. I wouldn't know if you could actually miss that step or not, because you won't see it really, especially if I'm undecided. I will probably button this down. As I said, I didn't particularly want to start making diodes and that with it. I might do a small, literally, base, and just again, as I like to say, put it into context. But we'll see on that one. But I wasn't envisaging. We're playing with the teeth today. My complete lack of vocabulary. I wasn't envisaging using figures with this, because it just adds to the expense and the time and all the rest of it. So we'll see. You might just see it as a buttoned up tank. The idea again was this: I just saw it. That was a really keen price. I'd seen the earlier version of it for the Baston Ardennes campaign type of thing, and a couple of people had done, including I think actually Greg Riley's got this one actually. But I'd seen what they were like anyway, and I thought, I wouldn't mind giving this one a go, especially just to learn to paint on again. For the price, it was a decent learning curve. As I say, I thought plastic tracks sold it to me. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the plastic tracks to work. It's all got to be me, but Greg's kindly sent me a couple of packs to choose from. Well, he's given me both of them, but I'm going to be trying another set of tracks on it. Well, it better have something on it, because we're stuffed otherwise, unless we turn it into a giant pillbox. So yeah, join me down at the bench and we'll have a quick look of what I've done and some of my plans that I've still not 100% decided on, but we'll have a look. Right guys, I apologise for the ad hoc nature of the bench today. I've just got lots of things on the go, and I just needed to get this while I'd got a bit of light, natural light. I just wanted to get a video sorted for you guys. And I just noticed how grubby my fingernails are as well. Never mind. Right, this is what we've got. In fact, actually, let's see if we can. Right. I have to hold it away a bit. I can't get the camera. Can't get the camera back any farther. I should have used the overhead one, but never mind. As you can see, we've got our photo etch in place. As I say, lovely armour detail or roll texture on most of the bits and pieces, and some nice bolt texture as well, or bolt definition. Now I've cut this this part of the side skirts off, as you can see. Now, I'd already, I'm not sure if I'd already stuck these on or I just forgot, but I'm just wondering if they'd had to remove this because it had been, damaged enough that it was getting in the way. I'm just wondering, would that still be in place? I mean, it's held, obviously it moves on a hinge there, and I'm not 100% sure whether I leave it on or I may do some buckling damage with it. So I'm not 100% with that yet. This is what I was saying about stowage as well. I mean, I know that I've seen some of the guys put paper underneath or post-it notes under there, which I'll probably have to do with this because that's going to be a nightmare to actually not get paint when I paint these cleaning rods and the tow cable there and the starting handle by the look of it. So yeah, and it's one on the other side. I did wonder whether I'd leave them off as it's. My idea with this is I mean, I've said Custrin, but it could obviously be Berlin anywhere. It's in the last couple of weeks of the war. This hasn't, this has been fairly fresh off the production line, but it's already lost a side skirt. I also saw a night shift show the other day. He was on about doing the oxide, under primering, and he was saying that these later production ones would often have the primer around, where they literally, because it was so quick in the factory to get them out, they literally just painted them, sprayed them, hand painted them, whatever, where they could be seen. So I'm actually going to go with a red oxide primer, I think, on this where the skirts were, because I would have thought the skirts would have been put on before it was painted, and then red oxide it underneath. Not that you're going to see it, but I know it will be there. I don't want you seeing it too close because there's gaps and everything under there. So I haven't done any filling on this yet, so it will need a bit of filler here and there. Not a lot though, just things like, as you can see just here, where you've got some nice weld details, but you have got obviously a small gap, so a bit of plastic filler down there, Vallejo plastic filler or whatever. As I say, I think I said less before, I left the light on. I did think of having it hanging off the wire, literally, as if it's because I'm going to put a couple of, as you like to do, a couple of hits on the front mantlet, and I thought maybe the kinetic energy's broken this off, and I was thinking of having it just hanging there, but I just thought no, I wanted to practice. I keep saying to you guys, it's all practice. I thought no, stick it on, Gavin. It's all a bit of practice with the PE and everything. Again, we've got more tow cables, and as I say, there's always a very slight gap underneath those. So also, I think I showed you before, but a big stuff up I've made yet again. I must admit there wasn't a particularly, I didn't think, a great way of putting, yes, these here obviously will position them on, but they still aren't brilliant for sitting this on. And there is supposed to be a gap there, from what I've seen on Real Tigers. Obviously it's just where it sits up out, but I've done this way too high here. As you can see, it bisects this tab, and it should actually be down at the bottom of this weld, but to try and rip that off now, I'm going to do so much damage, try and unweld it, with some more glue. I'm just going to have to take the hit on that, I think, which is a bit annoying. As you can see, I managed to get the other one at the bottom, and that one's just sitting at the, it should have been sat down. Again, lack of attention to detail for me, and this is what I let myself down with all the time on these builds. It annoys me because I like to do a decent job on all my stuff, whether it's painting figures or building these type of things, and it annoys me when I make stuff ups like that. So that's our base, the actual main tank itself. Started on the mantlet here. I do find the instructions with them not so much vague. I mean, they say, A goes to B or whatever, numbered, whatever, but I do find that the drawings aren't particularly clear, especially to someone like me. You guys, practice guys, you just walk through it, but for someone like myself and other people out there, I just think they could have been slightly less vague sometimes with the drawings, just to help you. But it was like this, just making sure that I'd got the bolts, sitting in roughly the right direction. So that's that. We've got a hatch here. You can make all these hatches up. This bit here is already moulded on, and you just add the wheel and the handle and the latch piece here. But I don't mind doing all that. As I say, you might not see it, but it's still. I just noticed how that's moved while it's been going off on the glue. Instead of being upright, it looks like it's been bent over. Oh well, nothing goes straight on literally on my build. The cupola I've built up. Now I'm not sure. Again, this piece here holds on this, and it seems, unless that moves down in real life as the hatch closes, it seems quite high up. But again, I've got to look at some photographs to make sure. I think they've got it right. I think it's just me. So that's our cupola built up. I believe this is the rear hatch on the back of the turret. Oh, we've actually got a handle that might actually be straight. Again, you just build that up slightly. That latch was a bit hard to put on. Again, it's all designed for you to have it open, but unless they do a full interior kit, I don't see the point, because you'd be looking into, yes, you'd see the breech, but that'd be about it. So yeah, you make all this up in different parts. Obviously, this bit moves. Obviously, you can get your round shell casing out. Metal gun barrel held in by CA glue. There's the end bit. You make this bit up here. The muzzle, that's the word I was after. Getting this little guy in is an absolute nightmare. That was about half an hour. There's little different plates on the muzzle, so I take it's supposed to be there. So that's our muzzle, and the only thing left is as I say, I'm not sure if this is for the coaxial, but I believe it's a coaxial machine gun with all this on. But although it wanted me to stick another piece to it, again it was rather vague. So I'm waiting till I get to another part of the instructions, just to see when you start putting it together where this extra piece goes, or otherwise it's going to be stuck in the wrong place. But yeah, that's our MG. If you don't want the plastic, let me just open this up. I did show this once, but if you don't want the plastic muzzle, you can just fit this resin part they give you, so it's got its cover on. So that's an option for you. So that's what we've got. As I say, the turret's got to be made up now over the next few nights. There will be a bit of damage, splat marks from small caliber stuff, maybe on this side of the. Sorry, I'm pointing, can't see. On this point of the side skirts. I wanted to keep the mud guards, unlike the T54, T55 that I've got the Tyrant. I wanted to keep all these in place. So yeah, that's it. Don't think there's anything else I can add. As I say, enjoyable build apart from those blooming tracks, which aren't enjoyable. Again, it's probably me, but I've washed them off extra again. I've tried the thicker glue, but I've got the thicker Tamiya glue, the white bottle, and I was just getting a great big gloopy mess. And it was detracting from the look of the tracks. So hopefully the next one that Greg sent me, hopefully these will build better. So yeah, so that's the Tiger. The Land Rover Pink Panther, SAS Pink Panther, I base coated the other night all the stowage. I haven't got any further on that yet, just because obviously I've swapped nights of what I'm doing. Sometimes it's painting extra figures, and sometimes obviously working on the Tiger, sometimes the Pink Panther. So Pink Panther's probably not going to get its stowage finished painting and stuck on until let me see, probably until the weekend probably. So we're getting there on both those fronts. As I say, this is a lovely kit. If you can get the tracks working, it's absolutely really nice. You know, I've not had any major fit issues. You know, I've not had to shim anything out with plastic card or anything. All the other mistakes of my own. As I say, I found for a novice like myself, I found the diagrams slightly, not misleading or anything, but just hard to interpret sometimes. But that's just me. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. Hopefully the next time you see this, we will have the turret. I probably might do a quick video, or not so quick video, with the turret made up before priming and painting, and well, filling, priming and painting. There's a couple. I put a thumb mark on the texture, which now has to be retextured, thanks to the glue. But yeah, there's a few little things got to be done before she finally gets into paint. But as we all know, with armour, once you're in the painting stage, you're on the downhill slope. So and then it's just the weathering. So we're not far off from getting this guy actually looking like a Tiger tank. So thank you very much. Waffling again. Up and coming the rest of the week. I believe I've got might have a couple of Harry Potter figures that I've done. I've also got, finally, I keep saying you, the 18mm Hussars. They're getting done. You see these little guys in the background. These little guys, more 18mm, but Highlanders this time. Once I've got slots in the production program, I've got some 28mm Highlanders and 28mm Hanoverian Redcoats for your perusal, but they're way behind schedule on those. And not that there is a schedule for them, but they'll only go on eBay at some stage. But they're going to get a show in the next week or so. So yeah, it's all rolling along. So look after yourselves, and we will catch each other very soon on another video. Cheers.